Do you read me?
Be advised, you are coming in weak and unreadable.
Say again, Com Tower. This is Pacho. Do you read me? Over.
Pacho, this is Com Tower. I read you Lima Charlie.
Com Tower. Com Tower. Request permission to launch and commence a field op. Over.
Stand by. Pacho, permission granted. Say again, permission granted.
Roger that. Launching podcast in 3, 2. You are now entering the field op with your host, Pacho Correa, Chief Warrant Officer 3, United States Marine Corps retired. Get some. Hurrah! Get some. Hurrah! What's going on, everybody? It's me again, and Baby Friday is upon us one more time, or Friday Night's Eve, as I also like to call it. We got a pretty great show today. We had to, because of the weather, go figure, here in Florida, it is pouring like crazy. So, but anyways, before we get started, let's just get all the pleasantries out of the way. This show is brought to you by Primerica. At Primerica, uh, you know, the folks over there, they want to basically, bottom line is that at the end of the day, they just want to help people and share the information of making money, getting out of debt, and having your money grow for you and work for you. Because the bottom line is, if you're trying to plan for the future, if you don't have a well planned GPS to get you from point A to point B, you're just gonna, without knowing what it is that that you're doing, or watching some person on social media trying to tell you how to grow your own money. It's best to have an advisor and somebody that can coach you along the way. So give them a call. Doesn't hurt, no commitment necessary. At the most that you can, for free, you could get a financial needs analysis done where it'll give you a blueprint of where you're currently at, and a plan well implemented how to get out of debt and such. No commitment necessary. So it's all on the show bio. Hit them up, ask them a question, and somebody will reach out and set an appointment with you. 30 minutes of your time will be well worth it. I promise you that. And this show is also brought to you by Castle Global Services. At Castle Global Services, they have an array of many services for both for your residential and commercial, anything and everything from cable and TV, as well as all the way to security system. But one of their best products is health. This program called Impact, which is basically healthcare that you don't have to see any network partners or in any of their clinics or any of the sort. You can see anybody that you want, and it's a pretty good. It's very affordable. You can share your entire family for healthcare on well under $500. So again, it's all in the show bio. Give them put your name on there. Somebody will reach out and get you going and taken care of. Okay. And last but not least, this show is also brought to you by the Constitution of the United States. So, what does that mean? Is that here we not only believe in the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, among many other things that the Constitution of the United States brings us. The bottom line is that while we may have political differences, it is a great country to be in. So, and hey, let's not forget the VA. So, here's a great message from them.
This message is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Veterans Service Organizations, often known as VSOs, offer many services for veterans, service members, dependents, and survivors. Whether it's holding job fairs, finding solutions to challenges such as homelessness, healthcare, or financial issues, or educating veterans on federal, state, county, and local benefits, VSOs are a great resource for veterans. VSOs also offer veterans a place to socialize with other veterans for peer support. Plus, for help filing a claim or appeal, you may want to work with an accredited lawyer, a claims agent, or a VSO. VA trusts these professionals because they're certified in VA claim and appeal processes. To learn more, go to va.gov and search for VSOs.
Hey everybody, so we're back now. Thanks so much to the VA for all the great message and all the services that they provide. So hey, we almost had to do a whole Semper Gumby type of thing.
That's how we do it.
This is our guest for today. This is Mr. Russell McClure.
That's it, Mr. Civilian.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Oh, well, said, man, Russell McClure. I'm so privileged and honored to be back down here. I haven't seen this guy in, God, what, 13 years?
So a little bit.
Oh, my God, it's been forever. Yeah, I'm down here. I'm a South Floridian. And, yeah, I'm just here doing my thing. Love the weather, even when it's raining, right?
No kidding.
Down here. Let's see, I did 11 years in the Marine Corps. Met this guy here in 2006, I think it was.
Yeah, was it 2006, dude?
Yep, 2006. Did a deployment together, and yeah, ended up getting out 11 years, and then came down here to South Florida.
Damn.
So
Time does fly by.
it does.
Let me just there you go. Make this a little bit. So let's kind of rewind it back. So because this is the field up. This is kind of like when we used to go to the field and we would bullshit. Smoke some Newports.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember, I was a habitual bummer.
Oh yeah, you were. Yes. Smoking the floor. And then we do some pull-up sack right after that.
Yeah, we would go ahead and do some get some pull-ups.
Got to earn the smoke.
Yeah.
For sure.
But so what was your MOS in the Marine Corps?
Okay. I was a 35, 21, 21, 22. Got some licenses. Wrecker operator. And yeah, I turn wrenches, right underneath this guy here.
Yeah. Because I was telling people that, and I put on the show description is, as a matter of fact, is that you were one of my better mechanics, actually, because it's hard to find. It's kind of like it's not just the fact that because you're Marines, because either way, people bring their bad habits or whatever the shit when they join the military. Agree or disagree?
Oh, definitely.
You were as a matter of fact, you were a fucking recruiter.
Oh, I was.
You also hit the streets just like yours truly.
Oh my God, yeah. No, I was probably. I gotta say, it was probably the hardest job that I've ever had in the Marine Corps. They really do. You're on the streets. You're on the grind. 7 days.
Rolling bones, baby.
My God. But I loved it. I definitely found
I did too.
A huge passion, not only for giving back to the Marine Corps, but giving back to these young men and women, giving the same opportunities that I had. That was probably my pride and joy. I mean, I would go back and do that again, though.
I didn't go kicking and screaming into the whole recruiting field. I actually volunteered for it. It was as part of my when I re-enlisted. However, and I had Florida already locked in. I came down. I met with the sergeant major right here. It was right here in Fort Lauderdale. I went to the RS office, met up with them. I was in my blues because that was the whole thing. You got to if you want to get in, make sure you wear your blues because they don't want to see you like you look like a fucking food blister.
Oh my God, yeah, you got to look good in the blues.
Yeah, but Joseph, my son, at the time, he had back surgery. Yeah, his spinal cord. He was born with spinal bifida. I mean, he's good now that he's older, but basically they had to go in there and unravel his entire spinal cord, dude. Yeah, his so he had to learn how to walk, all this. So because of that, only two places could take care of me was Bethesda or San Diego. So we're like, fuck it, we'll just stay here in San Diego. And I ended up getting RS San Diego, which it was good because I had a great team. They allowed me, for those few months that Joseph was in the hospital, basically, they're like, hey, you're not in the bag. By the way, being in the bag means that you're on production. You're putting people in. So, they're like, hey, the team's got you. I mean, I still did my thing. I was bringing in, a stick.
Right.
I was bringing a stick a month, but those were some fucking awesome times, dude.
Yes,
I mean, there was nothing better. The whole kneecap to kneecap.
What
You
does
got
it do for you?
yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say too, I didn't lie to not one.
I didn't lie either.
No,
Yeah.
I told them the goods, the bads, and the uglies. And it was a good feeling to walk away knowing I didn't. Now I gotta be honest. I did probably tell a couple people how to lie to get in. I'm just being real here. Hey, you gotta do it. Hey, this is how you gotta do it. This is why you gotta do it. Listen to me. I got you. And it was, I gotta say, and I changed people's lives. I still stand by it. It was an honor.
There's a saying, because fuck, you know what? We don't even know. I mean, we've been out for a few years now. We don't own any of them anymore
No.
because you own them
Yeah.
for the first 4 years. I mean, that's one thing that it just blew my mind that you own little Johnny or little Susie for those 4 years and that pack card is active for that time. So if they do anything stupid, which now as a recruiter, because I do remember some of the Marines that got in trouble when I was going through the ranks. As part of getting an NJP, they called a recruiter, and it was a huge investigation.
Then you got and then you got your buddies who actually went drill instructor. So now they're calling you like, "Hey, what did you just send me?"
Yeah.
Like you're just hoping.
What the fuck, dog?
Oh my god! And I did have a couple of those, that I sent. They're like, "Dude, just take them back, please, take them back." But then I had one actually called me, my buddy. Was a recruiter down in San Diego, called me, and he's like, "What did you send me?" And then he ended up being a squad leader, and and actually get promoted. So I was like, it made me feel good.
My neighbor, he was a drill instructor. He became a drill instructor. I mean, he was my neighbor first, then became this dude's last name was Pancake, Cody Pancake. You can't forget that fucking name. So this dude, so then I was a recruiter. I went through school while he was, so we kind of went almost at the same time. And so it was the one that fucked me, because you never forget the one that first fucked you over, that basically got your rights read, Nick Inquist. And then my first cheese out, dude, Michael, I forgot his last name.
Oh man.
But this little fucker, so this dude, he got a 92 on the ASVAB. Basically, so when you get a good score on the ASVAB, like in the 90s percentile, I mean, the RS would damn near suck your dick.
You got free.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, So
the
this,
alpha down, right?
yeah. So this dude, I mean, I got him. We got him. He got a good job. MOS, blah blah. Gets down to San Diego, and gets a letter from like first or second week when they start getting letters. Get this letter from this chick, and the dude's like, "Oh, I'm gonna commit suicide," blah blah, trying to puss out basically. And so I get a phone call, on my cell phone, and I pick up the phone like, I'm like, "Hey dog, hey, it's Cody." I'm like, "Cody?" He's like, "Yeah, dude. Hey, do you know this kid Michael? Blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah. Well, he's in my fucking platoon right now, and he's trying to cheese out, dog." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, can I come down and see him?" And so I went down over there, and I was like, "You will not fucking quit on me, you little piece of shit, dude."
Oh.
I fucking grilled him, and I was like, if I fucking see you anywhere in San Diego, I will make sure I will beat you, fucking, And the kid's like, "Oh, I sir, blah blah." And I'm like, "Hey," and so I left. And I was like, "Hey, dog, I think he's good." He goes, "Hey," "Hey, man, I'll try to keep him as long as I can." 2 weeks later, I get the phone call. He's like, "Hey, dog." No, because he hadn't said he was suicidal, but when I got that phone call, he said, "Hey, dude," he says he's suicidal. We can't touch him anymore, man. Because I can't do anything for you. I'm like, fuck. I was like, all right, dude. And so his little brother used to ride around skateboards because this is out in San Diego by Manila Mesa, basically. And I had the PCS office next to the army.
Okay.
And I saw his little brother skate by. I'm like, "Hey, man, how's your brother doing?" "Oh, he's good. He's just," and he's like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's he doing now?" He said, "No." I'm like, "Did he tell you what happened?" He's, "Yeah, he said that he tried to beat up some drill sergeant." And I was like, "No, your brother's a big pussy. That's what he is." Yeah, I was like, "Tell that motherfucker if I see him in this shopping center, I'm gonna beat his ass." That's what I told him.
That's disrespectful. You go through a lot of work to get these guys in, and like I said, it's kind of a kick in the nuts, when they go down there and do that. So I hear you for sure.
Did you ever have did anybody go? Did you ever have your rights read?
Nope.
I had them read once.
Nope. I had the one. Nope. I actually, hey, believe it or not, I was a centurion. Not one of my kids.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Not one of my kids ever came back.
You were a centurion?
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Hey, you tried recruiting. First of all, I was in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Mormons. Yeah, they don't join.
They
don't join.
They're already going on their own mission.
Yeah.
So it was it was difficult to get them and their families to change over, but didn't have one come back. got in, you know, went the other way and ended up getting out after a year or two. But other than that, no, all my guys made it.
No shit.
Guys and gals, man, they all made it.
Dude. So the guy who got me my rights read by no fault to me. He was a Jehovah's Witness. Nicholas Inquist, where the fuck you are? You're still a pussy in my book, bro. So Nick Inquist, this dude, you know, little skinny. You know what I'm talking about? Skinny dude. You know, he would talk. Oh yeah, I got knives and shit. I'm like, and you know, you pump
Right.
up. Yeah, Johnny. Fuck yeah. You know, you're gonna go. You're gonna be a killer. You know, he's like, man, I'm gonna make this bitch a cook. It's
No.
just for his own sake, just to keep you know.
The ones, see, let's talk about that. Is that the ones got like 90s? You're like, I got Intel, I got this, I got that.
Those are the guys.
Well, then they want like, oh,
No, make me a grunt or no deal.
It's like, bro, there's nothing available.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give it to you, but there's nothing there. Like,
yes.
So, you know, that was one of the things too. You know, when I joined, I had two options. I joined in 2003, and my two options were infantry or motor T. That's all we were using over there.
Right.
And so my dad told me, he said, like, you know, choose a job that you're going to get a trade from. You know, he's like, just because if you don't like it, at least you can fall back on it.
Yeah.
And thank God I did, because that's as soon as I got out, I had no idea what I was going to do. I tried to stay in, and I went right back to turning wrenches, making pretty good money being a diesel mechanic. So, but since then I've changed a few things. That's another story.
Yeah. No, but let me finish telling you about fucking Nick Henquist. So this dude, so I was like, yeah. So when we go get PC, parental consent, the mom, I guess, you know, she's had enough of him. So, hey, Mrs. Inquist, how are you? She's like, where's the paper? I'm like, she goes like this. He's your problem now. Yeah. So he gets over there. You know, they talk to the, you know, the OIC of the office before they go down. Everything's good to go. He gets over there and he tells them, oh yeah, I have psychological issues or whatever. And I'm like, what? That was no, I was like, nope. I'm like, you told me, he had told me that there was no, oh, look, Pilar says, it says, Russell, give her a shout out.
What's up, Pilar?
Oh, say hi to Ryan too, because she's probably watching too.
All right.
You know that Pilar had a huge crush on you, her and Ryan. That was the only thing yesterday they were talking about. Oh my God, send me his photo. Yeah, she's probably, yeah, look, she is. Stop. But so he gets down there, this dumbass gets down and says that shit. And then next thing I know, they're like, I get a call from my OIC and he's like, hey, dude, the CO wants to talk to you, but I'm gonna try to keep this, you know, try to see what I can do. I went my day, just keep doing you know, I'm doing shaking and moving, whatever. And hey, man, you got to go report down to the CO's office. And it was the XO. Anyways, I go over there. He reads me my rights and like, hey, did you know that he says he had? I'm like, sir, you know, first of all, why, you know, I got parental consent. His mom was there. You know, you know, everything. I didn't know anything. So you could do your investigation. I mean, go do whatever it is that you need to do. But I know I'm, and then so when they interview his sisters, you know, they told him, no, my brother's never seen a shrink. He's a fucking idiot. Is the bottom line what? So that was, you know, I mean, it wasn't my savior because I knew, I mean, what I never like you because I went in 06. So the internet, I mean, was pretty well. I mean, and everything. Marine Corps was using a web page, blah blah. So I knew, and then it was what everybody told us is don't lie to a kid. They can look that shit up on the internet, and you just close yourself up. So I never had to bullshit a kid. You know, I never had
For everybody watching live, it seems that thunder has knocked them out. So we're going to hang tight and see if they pop back in. Bear with us. For your listening pleasure.
The Marine just plain considers himself a better soldier than anybody else. Marines have never given anyone.
All right, folks,
any
we
reason
are
to think
back.
differently.
Welcome back.
And now,
Hey, we have a really bad thunderstorm. If you can see our background, so it must have hit somewhere where it put out the power. So apologies for that. But bottom line is,
Yep.
Nick Lindquist is a pussy. He went. Yours truly was cleared.
yeah.
I mean, that was basically his sister vouched that, hey, my brother's just a dumbass. So basically, he X'd himself out of having a great opportunity of being a fucking one of the best,
Yeah, that's it.
motherfuckers in the
Their
world.
loss.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what did I give you?
Oh, yeah. So his so we went down to your promotion, and I was talking to my wife about it. We're trying to match up when you actually got promoted. I think it was when you got Chief One Officer 3.
Yeah, was it 3?
Was it 3? I
I was at 11th Marines, I think. Yeah, yeah, it had to be 3 because when I got promoted to 2, I think it was at 372.
yeah. Well, yeah, and I think you did the promo. I think it was at like Bogus or something. that you
Yeah,
did.
it was a Poga. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was my Chief 103 promotion.
So me and my wife went down there. We were just trying to put the timeline together. But yeah, so you had given me your bars. I remember you said, hey, you might wear these one day, and I was like, yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. Unfortunately, my path took, my life took a different path, but it definitely, I definitely would have wanted to be just as the same type of officer you were. That was what's so cool is that you were both enlisted and you had the officer. So I think that really set the tone for a lot of people that work for you. And I really did look up to you, and I kept that in my box. And I would tell the story. We have a little "I love you" box that I'd always keep on my desk, recruiter, and I always kept those chevrons. And it's something to talk about. People that you've worked for, and kind of give them an idea of kind of what the Marine Corps is about. So yeah, I still got those bars. I just saw them last week, and it's just so funny. Like literally, it was 2 days yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, you sent me a text, and I'm like, "Oh, you're in Florida, and here I am." So I don't even know what the topic of the podcast is today. But he said, "I'm in Florida, and I'm down the street." That's how we roll. I'm like, "I'll be there. What do you need?"
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the storm held me up, but I'm here.
Yeah. No. That's it. But it's funny. Anywhere in the world that you can go, and it's true because I heard that line when I was being recruited, whatever. But it's true. Anywhere you go in the world, if you got a buddy, I mean, that dude or that girl, whatever, fucking will do. Hey man, I got a couch for you. I got a bedroom, whatever it is that you need, I got you. You know what I'm saying? No college, no fraternity, no nothing is gonna give you that level of camaraderie. I always fuck up that word for some reason, but nobody's gonna give you that. Nothing in the world will give you that bond that another fellow warrior, right or wrong.
No, absolutely. And I think that was one of the biggest things when I did leave the Marine Corps that I was missing. And I've taken this path now to being a firefighter because they have that tight bond, that brotherhood, and I think that's the one thing I was missing most. mean, I enjoyed the travel, I enjoyed the job, I enjoyed a lot of other things, but that brotherhood was something that is near and dear to my heart. So I was looking for it. I'm stretching. I'm looking for it. I know the fire service is definitely some place you can find that as well. So like I said, I love it, man. Plus, I mean, I ride, the Marines, ride with the motorcycle club, and you find those brothers again, and it's a good feeling for sure. Shoot, my buddy, you ever Ray?
Yeah.
Ray, he's my son's godfather. He comes down and we go fishing. We went out like probably about 6 months ago. Lawman, remember Lawman?
Lawman. Oh
Lawman.
shit, Lawman.
Yeah, no, I talked those probably two I talked to.
That was the dude that the youngest dude in his early 20s. He already had he might as well start using a voice box because how much this fucking kid smokes.
You are always getting the ports from Lawman.
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh fucking.
But yeah, I still talk to them, and that brotherhood's near and dear to my heart. It really is. So, glad I'm here.
Did you hear what happened to Monty?
Yes.
Dude, that fucked me up. Because
the way he went though, how he wrote the letter, and
he drove out there to. So, oh man, look, I just got goosebumps. So Kim, I don't know if knew Kevin Franum. He ran the motorcycle shop on base. I've known him for many years, a long time. He's been on my show, and Kim texted me. She's like, Frank. She goes, hey, do you know a Rick Miramontes? I'm like, yeah. Why? She goes, you need to look on Facebook. And I was like, what? I've had a lot of things happen to me. But that one, that one was one of the hardest out of any, and just the way he did it, and it just pretty fucked up. I mean, Motomi and I were dating at the time, and yeah, that one hurt. I mean, they all hurt, but that one fucking.
We ride together. We live
yeah,
together.
dude. I mean, yeah,
I lived with him for a little bit.
Fucking Monty.
He was a good mechanic too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he was
a good guy, good mechanic.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought the bike's gonna take him out though. I got a lot.
No, him and I used to ride. I mean, I used to hit it hard, but he used to, I mean, we used to go. That's the one good thing I will say, that I was lucky that, yeah, I was, quote unquote, the leader or your leader, whatever. But I was lucky enough to have met people that, because, up front, in front of everybody, yeah, hey, sir, or whatever. But you guys, we were able to make that difference because we used to hang out. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you used to stay at my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Monty. I mean, we used to go ride bikes. Remember when you took your bike apart?
I took what happened?
It was a Suzuki, right? It was a Yamaha, the yellow.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took that off the cliff and right there, and going to the casino there in Temecula.
The same thing happened to Joseph.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had a bike. It looked just like the one that Tom Cruise had in Top Gun.
Oh yeah.
Bro, same model, clean. We got this thing for cheap, and it was clean. And I don't know how the story, that's something that him and I, one day he'll tell me the real truth. But the thing was fucking total, dude. Yeah. Luckily that some Marines stopped, and they were like, and they, paramedics came, and he's alive. But I again, going back to that whole brotherhood and bond and shit, is that, look how time has, and it's like nothing. No time has gone by. We're talking shit, where you're like, hey, I'll be there tomorrow. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Oh, the wife will make, Japanese curry, fucking egg.
Yeah. I was, you were saying, I was listening to one of your podcasts last night, and called it your trophy wife?
Yeah, the trophy. Yeah. No, but it's my term of endearment because, I mean, obviously things happen. And, when you were listening to that show, I've been kind of reluctant to talk about the subject, but as part of, your growth and moving on. But it's true. I mean, the level of, where I'm, where we're at, or her and I are, I mean, it's just, if you find that someone where you can just bullshit and give each other, because we're very competitive with one another, and And she rides too, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. She
Nice.
we've been to the track, but it's true. I mean, the trophy, she's awesome.
The other thing you said too that I thought was, again, I only got to watch a couple podcasts last night, but I think it goes hand in hand. It's communication, and I think that's huge, not only in a relationship with your significant other, but in business.
Oh yeah.
And in leadership, it's communication, and I think that was one thing that was great. Working for you was there was a good line of communication. I mean, you had to get done what you needed to get done, but I felt like a lot of people could come talk to you, and we can get the job done efficiently. And but that's what stuck when I was listening to that podcast. You were talking about communication. I think that's just key in a lot of things. So
my mindset, and I don't know why. I think I'm telling you, for me, recruiting duty opened my eyes and just flip my mindset, because in active duty, sometimes we just worry about the dumbest shit. It's, and after being a recruiter, I was just like, man, there's so much, and it's like, man, every Marine should go through those classes, because even the drill instructors, they put them through some of that curriculum. But for me, it flipped the switch, because when I became an officer, I will run my platoon like a corporation, like a company. And I mean, and I hope I did. I mean, I don't know, but that whole, hey, I have an open door policy. I mean, to me, I hope that was true, because anybody could come and talk to me. And even gunnies, the gunnies that I work with and mass arms, they all, and I was like, hey, don't be don't let them come in, because either way, we're gonna have whatever it is that we got going issue. We got to deal with it, and we'll do it. Between my enlisted advisor, we will work things out, because in the end, you want to make them feel that people feel that they can approach, because that's how you find out stuff. I mean, and I think I was able to also make good impacts. I wasn't the easiest person to work with. I know that. However, time and time again, once I left 372, and I think you had left too, but I was always like, man, the new guy is a fucking asshole. Can you come back? I used to hear that all the time, but yeah. So it's good to hear that that I was able, to make it. Hopefully, I was a good impact and positive figure.
Absolutely, and that plays a huge role. It's weird how similar it is. Like, that's what was triggering me on last night when I was that communication. I think that was great. One of the great things working for you, but the people that even like
Massa Rivera.
And
he's a master. Yeah. Goni Dalgo. Yeah, I think he became a master.
He's a master.
Master.
He was working with Ray at one point.
No kidding.
No, was it Ray? Sanchez. Sanchez too. Remember
yeah,
Sanchez?
I remember Sanchez.
I still talk to him. But yeah, and I think that just the trickle down effect. And again, communication with your significant other and your surroundings, your kids, keeping that open, line of communication, but still being firm on, hey, look, this is what we got to get done. Someone's got to be the leader, but having that open doors just, I think, makes everything a lot better. So that's one thing I did appreciate when I was working with you. So
thanks, man.
Brother. I think it sets me up, man. It definitely set me up for the future and what held beyond that, where I'm at today. So,
well, where can people, say some people want to, see what you're all about, and also where can people find you on social media and stuff?
Oh my God.
15 seconds of fame. Go.
Oh, I don't do social media. I don't. I really don't. I'm on LinkedIn now. That's how I actually.
That's how I
got back in. That's pretty much my only line of communication.
Pilar was the one who stalked you, and and she's the one. Hey, what happened to Russell? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, well, he's on LinkedIn, and I was like, that's when I saw it. Yeah. I don't do not give him credit. Look, I found you, but
yeah, I find it. I use social media a lot when I was a recruiter.
Yeah,
I did have because I mean, you miss your appointment. I'm gonna find you on social media at Wendy's, and I'm gonna come to you. Go ahead, look out on me. But I just stay off of that. I just like to keep it professional, and so that was it's really weird for me to be on a live podcast. So I was like, I don't know, but I'm glad I came down here though.
No, I'm glad you did too. So, but Can we have you? Can we have you back on one of these
Oh,
days?
I would love to. Give me a topic. We'll run it. That'd be
Fuck
awesome.
yeah! All right. Well, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with my buddy in the middle of this fucking storm, and Pilar's like me too as well. But hey, look, if you've been struggling with ruminating thoughts, just feel like you're in a rock and a hard place, the best thing that you can do is reach out to a friend, do a buddy check, reach out to somebody, and or call TRICARE Military One or the VA hotline, because the bottom line, out of all these challenges that they got going on out there with, running challenges, push-ups, and all this bullshit, it's not going to bring you back. So please talk to somebody, and if you haven't heard from a friend, give them a fucking check, do a buddy check, yeah, and then say what's up, and I'm here for you. So with that being said, folks, we're gonna go ahead and end Dex right over here. So Aistamas, Daisuki, see you later. Yacht, hoorah, get some. Peace.